We have certainly seen those reports, and as a mother, I know a number of you are mothers yourself, it is horrifying to see the type of the barbaric use of military force to go after innocent civilians in a sovereign country. And, you know, I know we've seen the reports on all that you have all been broadcasting over the last couple of hours. Unfortunately, I don't have more details than that at this point in time. Of digital assets. Previously, there has never been an organized effort to bring together the expertise. Let me note that the return of 2 American citizens is certainly welcome news, exciting news, and it would not have happened without the tireless work over a series of months by a number of our diplomats, including, of course, our special envoy for hostage affairs, Roger Carstens, who worked on this for months over the course of time. You know, we'll continue to discuss a range of issues, including, first and foremost, Americans unjustly held. Unfortunately, they're not the only individuals held there, the individuals who returned. So that will be something that we will look to have ongoing discussions about. I'd also note that Maduro said he will resume talks with Venezuela's interim president in Mexico. So that is an encouraging sign. So there are a range of issues discussed on this trip. There are a range of issues to discuss moving forward. But right now, we're just celebrating the return of 2 Americans.
What can Venezuela contribute to energy security?
Well, I don't have anything to preview for you in terms of additional talks or rounds of talks, but again, we are very pleased to have these 2 Americans returned home. If there are opportunities to continue to discuss that, that's something we are open to. There are obviously ongoing concerns about the health and well-being of anyone detained, whether it's there or in Venezuela or Russia, Afghanistan, Syria, China, Iran, and elsewhere. Those are conversations we are always going to want to engage in. Obviously, it is factual. You all know that Venezuela is a large producer of oil, but in terms of any decisions or discussions or where that may go from here, I have nothing to preview or predict for you on that front.
The United States recognizes Guaido as the leader of Venezuela. Why did the U.S. feel it necessary to negotiate with the Maduro regime?
I would note that one of the steps that was announced yesterday was Maduro saying he was willing to resume talks with Venezuela's interim president. Certainly, we would note that. And obviously, part of our effort here, as you now know, was related to the health and well-being of American citizens detained in Venezuela. Hence, we had discussions with those who were detaining them. Measures. They will experience the consequences of those actions. I think that you have seen the president speak passionately about his view that a bill like this, a bill that would discriminate against families, against kids, put these kids in a position of not getting the support they need at a time where that's exactly what they need, is discriminatory. It's a form of bullying. It is horrific. I mean, the president has spoken to that. In terms of his views and comments from 25 years ago, I think the most important question now is why are Florida leaders deciding they need to discriminate against kids who are members of the LGBTQI community? What prompts them to do that? Is it meanness? Is it wanting to make kids have more difficult times in school, in their communities? I would pose that question to them, and we can talk about it more tomorrow if you get an answer. Well, I think that you have seen the president speak passionately about his view